Hello, everybody. It's Liam here, and today I'm going to be walking you through an end-to-end email enrichment process. So this is basically for anybody that has super high quality contacts or wants to enrich your entire TAM. If you're working with a smaller amount of people, and you're basically like, where's everybody's emails? This is going to be your go-to. If you don't know who I am, I run MTOS, a cold email lead generation agency, and this is just one of the many things I do when servicing my many clients. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So next on the list is lead enrichment. So although these softwares are great for getting volume, not every lead will have email data from these softwares. So if you have a large TAM, you're fine because getting 500k emails after having 1 million leads is still absolutely huge volume, like it's absolutely huge. But if your TAM is small, this is where problems start to arise. Like how do we solve for maximizing the amount of emails in a particular TAM? Like sure, you have 500k emails and I can rip through 500k emails. That would take me a while unless you built out a really robust system and you had your own Google panels, etc. But if you have a TAM of 1,000 people, maybe 5,000 people, like that is not a lot of people, like at all. You know what I mean? So the idea is when you are working on something like this, you want to make sure that you can get as much data from the TAM as possible. So I'm going to show you pretty much some workflows that are able to kind of do this, and it's based off kind of Clay and working it out. And before I show it, right, the way these work is you basically take the domain name plus the name of the person you're looking to find and loop through every possible combination you can like find. So if it's Liam Yek and you have mtos.com, it's Liam Y at mtos.com. It's Liam Yek at mtos.com. It's Liam at mtos.com. I have an arrow here because this is actually my email. So if you're going to cold email me, at least be good. So yeah, once their server finds a match, they return it, and now you have an email to contact, right? So here are a few options: drop contact, clear out, find email, Toomba. Also with Apollo, you can enrich the domains, so you only get the contacts of the people that work in the company, right? So it's a pretty slick process. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's a really nice process. And it's in this video here. And this is what I would absolutely recommend looking into. Awesome. So I'm going to show you the waterfall enrichment, which is basically the platforms like Clay, and I'll be skipping ahead a little bit to the validation section, which you'll understand in a second with the validation process. But this is a Clay table that I've whipped up, got some leads, and you see we have pretty basic data: first name, last name, full name, company name, the title, the LinkedIn URL, company name, domain, more title, job segment, role abbreviation, etc. And all this does, right, is we have, first of all, we generate permutations. So this is all the possible combinations of an email, of what someone's email can be. Like realistically, I can only have so many ways of Liam Yek inside of an email as an email name. So there's that. Then from here, we ran a HTTP API. This is to TryKit. Let me see if I can get them up. So this is the first step of the process because they're half a cent for an email. A few other ones are like 1 cent, 2 cent. These guys are half a cent for an email. And from what I've noticed in the consistency, they're quite good on the validation and the numbers. So we get some of the emails here. Then what happens is we find a work email using lead magic. Then this is find email. This is Prospio, and this is drop contact. So what this looks like is if I click in and move this around. So here we are. So you have lead magic, find email, Prospio, drop contact. So I put it through 4 verifiers to find this one person's email. And yeah, and then at the end, we then validate the email as well with a validation provider, which is just more lead magic, which I use a lot of these guys, which is nice. And then this is just a general formula. All this explains is if the first possible valid email, so if this is empty and if this is empty, then you run this column. And then from there, it outputs the waterfall at the end. And then I then put it all into a new column as a merge. So this is just a merge column. And then from here, we then validate this merge column with lead magic, and then we then get all the data necessary, and then I port it over to a smart lead campaign or an instant lead campaign or any of those, which I will go over in a second. But this is basically what the waterfall process with validation looks like. And if you have a tiny market, this is what you do. This is what you're supposed to do, because like these are high quality contacts, and most people usually aren't spending this much money of finding like these specific contacts. Awesome. So I hope you found that helpful, guys, and that helps you enrich your entire TAM. And just so you guys know that that's actually part of a larger video, which is a cold email masterclass video, and it's about 2 hours long. So if you want to go watch that somewhere on my channel, but otherwise, if you guys are struggling with any of that, or you're too lazy to do any of that yourself, there is a link in the description going to my landing page. It's just me shamelessly pitching you my stuff and how I can help you guys book more calls. So if that's something that's up your alley, you can go have a look at that. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Drop a like, sub, and if there's anything else you'd like me to go through, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you.